Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Guys, one of my student asked a query about installing basically making the environment for coding C++. Actually I need to make that video earlier, but due to some reasons I didn't make within the estimated period of time. But no issues, we'll be configuring today. We'll be making the tutorial on how to basically make the setup for C++. So as like war the tools are very important for us, right? So similarly, to develop a software, we need tools, very good tools. One of the tools which we basically use, and you have seen using me in my previous tutorials, is the Visual Studio. Now, why Visual Studio? Because I trust Visual Studio. It is been developed by Microsoft, so it is very trustable. So that in even for the production, while going for a company, when you go for a company and you do production, during the time you can use Visual Studio. It is one of the most trusted one. Now coming back to the tutorial. So there are two things. The one where we write the code, that is called the IDE Integrated Development Tool, basically environment. So IDE, for us right now, the IDE is Visual Studio. Second thing is the compiler. Basically we write the code, but that code need to get compiled, right? So when we write a code, it is in basically a text way, but to make the computer understand, it should be in binary way. Now the conversion takes place using compilers. There are different types of compiler. There are so many types of compiler, different types of compiler for every language. For C++, there are so many. Okay, so now let's begin with our compiler. So first of all, the first thing we need to do is install this Visual Studio. For that we need to go to code.visual.com, visualstudio.com. So it is the official website and we can just download from there. We can download for different versions like Mac OS, Windows, and even Linux. Okay, for Mac OS and Linux, there are pre-installed compilers for C and C++, so that's a good thing. But for Windows, we need to install a compiler in a separate way. Okay, so it's not pre-installed. Now, if you are a Windows user, you can download it from here, or if you are a Mac OS, you can download from here, or you can just click on this button if you want to download for Linux. Okay, so there are two different versions. One is stable and another one is insider. Insider is basically you can just have a look and you can just experience what the new upcoming updates are for Windows for that specific software. Now for this Visual Studio, right now we have a stable one other is an insider. Insider will give you a preview of what you will be getting in the future. Okay, so that is in insider. So I suggest you download stable. So stable you need to download because you will be using that. And right now wherever you write the code, our main focus is getting the output after getting compiled. So use the stable one, which is most preferred. Okay, so just download it. After downloading, I have already downloaded actually the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let me download for you again. I have already done the setup, but I haven't made any video about that. But okay, let me just walk through. Okay, setup has detected that Visual Studio currently is running. Okay, the reason why it is showing as running because I have already opened the file, so I will not install it. Okay, I can just install after closing it, but not an issue. But okay, okay, then I can accept. I'll go to next. Okay, any other specific things we need to create a desktop icon which is most preferred. Okay, at open with code action, if you just write code and it will open, so we can just activate these other additional features and go to next. Okay, and we can just install. So as I have already installed, I will not press the install, so let it be. Okay, make sure you click on the create a desktop icon, so it will be better for you. It will be just creating a icon. Okay, so this after going to next, then you can just install and it will be getting installed. Okay. Okay, now as I have said that the second part of this tutorial is the compiler for the setup. Now how to install the compiler? So for that you need to go to the documents of C++. Okay, you can just type C++ for Visual Studio Code, and you can just go to the docs. See, it has given you the prerequisites. So to successfully complete the tutorial, you must follow the following steps. First of all is installing the Visual Studio Code, which we have installed. Second is an extension of C++, basically, which will give you the suggestions of C++. Basically it will help you to get suggestions. When you write a code, it will give you suggestions. Okay. Acha, one more interesting fact is this, right now my system is running on Windows 11. So any of you are facing any bugs, I have actually downloaded it today only, updated it, so I am not so aware of its bugs and other stuff. So if you all know any bugs, you can let me know, so I can also like make some hacks upon that bugs, right? Okay, so the next step is installing extensions for C++, which is by IntelliSense. Okay, which is basically from Microsoft itself. So download C++. It will give you the updates, basically the code, some previews. Okay, so it will help you a lot. Just install it. I have already installed, so it is showing as uninstall as of now. So I have already installed it. Now the second step is that you need to install an IDK. Sorry, compiler. For that is the third step. In the third step, you need to basically download the latest version of means W64. So it is one of the compiler, and it is one of the most preferred one. It is so much trustable that even in production you can use that. Okay, so to install you can just click on this button. I will give you the link for this as well, for this doc. You can just click here, click on the install button, and you will be redirected to the page, and you'll be getting downloaded directly. Okay, you can click here and it get directed and started downloading. Okay, as of now I will pause the download because I have already downloaded and installed it. Let me just give you the preview that what to do. Okay, after it's downloaded, after you install it, you will be, you can just do one thing. You can just go to my PC, and you can go to C, you can go to programming files, you can go to then means W64, then go to this folder, then go to means W34, then go to bin. Okay, after that copy the path, and go to this PC, go to the properties, and you can see the properties, then you can go to advanced setting. Okay, go to advanced setting. Okay, as this is new for me, when this UI is very new for me today. I just installed today, so the UI is very much new for me as well. Go to environment, go to path. Okay, after going to path, you just go to a new and paste it. See, for me is there already, there is for me, this is already there for me. You can see this is already there for me, so I am not gonna install it again. I'll just cancel it. After that you can just click on okay, right? So that is done. Now to know whether C++ is installed or not, you can go to your Visual Studio. Okay, uh, then what you can do is create one file. Okay, let me create one file by the name of test.cpp. Now why do we use cpp? I have already told you in depth tutorials, so you can, if you are not aware, just comment it out, and if you know, then also comment it out that why do we use .cpp. Okay, now, okay, first of all, let me just know that whether C++ is installed or not, our compiler. So how can we know? We can just plus C++ dash dash version, and what do we get? Yeah, we got its version, that is 8.1.0. If this is blank, then you will know that C++ is not installed. So install it again and make the path, set the path, and you are good to go. Okay, now, okay, now let me do one thing. I'll just copy a code from here. I don't want to write it again. Okay, okay, then paste it out and return 0 and make a cout of hello world. Okay, all right, save it. Now as you can see that I have created a file by the name of test.cpp. Okay, now if I just write g plus plus, then I will get an error, fatal error, which is fine. Okay, the reason why we are getting a fatal file, it means that no input files, we have not given the file name basically. So what we can do is like g plus plus test.cpp. Okay, executed. Now when we write test.cpp, an a.exe file will be created. Okay, okay, now uh, now what we will be doing is dot front slash a dot exe hello world. We have wrote spelling wrongly, hello world, and okay, we need to save it, then run the previous code, and then write a.exe, and we got hello world. Okay, so this is how we set up our environment. Okay, and yeah, and also we can play this button and we can just run the code. Initially it might not run, but yeah, sometimes you'll be getting an error during your first run, but not an issue, you can just play it again. Okay, so we are getting the output. So guys, that's all for this video. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any other stuff which you don't know and you were interested to learn, you can just comment it out, you can just ping me out, no issues, I'll be there. uh, Actually this video should had been out by the last weekend itself, but because of work, because of office work and other stuff, I have made it delayed. So very much length, it's because due to it, so not an issue. Okay, so that's all for this video. Do subscribe my video if you want more technological videos, more updates on programming and even travel blogs. So keep updated, keep coding, see you soon.